Hey guys, the next video is going to be all about how to write systems, and then if you can write the equation, the calculator will literally solve it for you, and I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? All right, you're probably going to have 4 STAAR questions that ask you about systems. 2 probably will ask you to write the equation. 2 will probably ask you to solve them, okay? So let's talk about each one. First thing that I've done is I've color-coded the words that go together. So first problem, a movie theater charges $9 for adult tickets, $7 for each child tickets. Friday, the theater sold 2,850 tickets, collected $23,750. If A is the number of the adult tickets sold and C represents the number of child tickets sold, which equation can be used to find the number of adult and child tickets sold on Friday? Okay, first thing I want to do is make sure that 9 and A goes together. Second thing is to make sure that 7 and C's go together. So anytime that pair does not work out, where there is not a 9 with an A and a 7 with a C, then I want to eliminate it, okay? Second thing I want to make sure is that my equations are mixed. There should be an A and a C in both equations. So this one is not going to work for me. All right, we have a 50-50 shot now. So here's the next thing I do. If A and C are talking about tickets, then I want to make sure that A and C go with my total ticket number. I want to make sure that anywhere there's a 9 and a 7 that we're talking about money. So I would want my $23,000 number. All the money stuff should be in one equation. The answer that comes out with that is going to be B. This one, the tickets and the money are backwards. So my answer is B. Elimination strategy is pretty much what I just used. I took out anything that didn't make sense. Okay. I don't have to solve that one, so let's go on to number 2. Number 2 says a local nursery has a total of 38 pine trees and oak trees for sale. Notice that 38 is the total for both of them, not just pine trees. Second sentence, each pine tree costs $24.50 and each oak tree costs $45. If the total inventory is worth $1,423, how many pine trees were in the nursery's inventory? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I understand, just like with tickets and money, I'm going to do pine trees, oak trees, trees, and money. All right, so let's do the first one. If I'm talking about pine trees, I'm going to use that P. If I'm talking about oak trees, I'm going to use O. Plus O. I know that together I have 38 trees. Excuse me. All right, when I put those with the money, now I've got to put them in front. So I'm going to do $24.50. That's for my pine trees. And usually means total. You're adding. And $45 for my oak trees. That's a 0, or that's an O, not a 0. Is going to give me the total for all my money, $14,023. Okay? If you can get the equations, here's what makes this really easy. I'm going to go into Scratchpad, just regular calculate. I'm going to type in menu, algebra, so option 3, solve a system. It literally is going to ask me how many equations do you have, 2, and what are your variables. All right, so my variables are not X and Y. I used P and O just to make my life easier. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do P first. P, comma is right next to the pi underneath it on the far left side at the bottom, comma, and then O for oak trees. Choose OK. And you're going to get this screen that lets you type 2 equations. One equation on the top box, one equation in the bottom box. So I'm going to type P plus O equals 38. I'm going to use my arrow down. And then 24.50P plus 45O equals 1423. All right, when I do this, it's going to give me the answer. And my order will be the same order I typed it in up here. So when I press enter, that first number, 14, that's my P. The second number, 24, that's my O. So if I read the question again, how many pine trees were in the nursery's inventory? P for pine tree is 14. Let me show you how we bubble that. You can put 14 here, or you can put 14 here. It doesn't matter, but you will need to practice bubbling the 1, bubbling the 4, and then making sure that you tell it is a positive number, okay? Positive does not require it on the STAAR, but if it was negative, it would be super important. So I would encourage you get in the habit of always bubbling the plus or the minus, okay? All right, let's do the same thing for this bottom equation, number 3. On Monday, the bus traveled the green route 6 times and the blue route 5 times, traveling a total of 52 miles. On Tuesday, the bus traveled the green route 12 times and the blue route 13 times, traveling a total of 119 miles. Okay, those sentences are written almost exactly the same, which means that the partner numbers and letters are already put together. So I want to make sure you guys know not to put G6. That's an airplane or a Pontiac car. Okay, we would write 6G. That's how you say algebra. So 6 green routes, and again, and means total. So and 5 on the blue route made a total of 52. Same thing on the second equation. We're going to write it exactly the same way. 12 on the green route and 13 on the blue route, that's a B and a 13, makes a total of 119. Okay. Calculator can solve this completely for me. Menu, algebra, solve the system. We still have 2 equations, but this time I'm going to change it to B and G. If you want to type it in the same order it's in the equation, that's fine. So G, comma, B. You have to use the comma. I'm going to choose OK. And let's type it out. I got 6G plus 5B equals 52. Don't press enter. You got to go down. And then go to the bottom one. 12G plus 13B equals 119. Remember, the answer it gives me is going to come out in the right same order. So we're looking for green. G for green is going to be the first number. Now, this answer is a fraction. I don't want fractions. I need to make sure it's a decimal. Remember that if you hit Control Enter, it will change all answers to decimals. So Control Enter, it will change the same thing, same answer. It's just giving it to you in decimal mode. So my answer should be G. 4.5 is how many green routes I had. All right. If you flip to the next page, you'll find the You Try problems. Go ahead and try those now.